Because so many of you asked for it, we got the 12S Ultra back from Xiaomi for another night. So we're gonna put this through the test and find out what this phone is like in low light video. But you know, I'm not a low light video expert, so that's why this time I got Anip.
Dalam video terdahulu, saya gagal untuk bezakan gambar yang diambil oleh Xiaomi 12S Ultra dengan iPhone 13 Pro. Jadi dalam video kali ini saya takkan buat lagi perbandingan blind test sebab saya confirm akan gagal punya lah.
So we shoot a lot of videos with the iPhone because, you know, it gives us like the best kind of image quality for relatively little fuss. So we're very curious to see how this smartphone will perform because, you know, the bar has been set really high. But we're gonna find out now. Let's go! That was so not cool. The reason why the Xiaomi 12S Ultra is so interesting is because it is one of only a handful of smartphones that have a massive 1-inch camera sensor. That's the size of a sensor you usually find in a full-fledged camera, like the Sony RX100, not a smartphone. In the last video, we looked at how the phone performed when it came to photography, and the results were mighty impressive.
Di sini, bukan setakat sensor memainkan peranan. Chip pemproses imej juga perlu cukup pantas untuk memproses data yang disalurkan daripada sensor. Untuk merekod video, tugasan yang digalas telefon lebih mencabar. Ia seperti mengambil gambar tapi pada kadar jauh lebih pantas. Contohnya, video 30 fps bermakna kamera perlu simpan 30 bingkai gambar sesaat. Kalau slow-mo, 60 fps, 60 bingkai sesaat. Di sini, bukan setakat sensor memainkan peranan. Chip pemproses imej juga perlu cukup pantas untuk proses data yang disalurkan daripada sensor. Walaupun sensor Xiaomi 12S Ultra besar, biasanya sewaktu merakam, ia tidak akan menggunakan keseluruhan sensor disebabkan terlalu banyak data untuk diproses. Sebaliknya, ia akan gunakan sebesar yang mampu ditanggung oleh chip pemproses.
Okay, so the first scene that we want to shoot is there's like a couple of bright light sources, right? But then the rest of the scene is really dark. So I think this would be like a good test of what the dynamic range will look like. So we're gonna leave it on a tripod so that we take out any human error, and we're just gonna shoot like a 30-second clip just to find out what that's like lah. So ideally, the big sensor should be better than this small sensor, but there's only one way to find out.
So, Rory sekarang dia tengah rekod video sambil berjalan. Kami nak uji penstabil image kedua-dua telefon ni. Contohnya iPhone kan, dia ada sensor shift image stabilization. Sama juga dengan 12S Ultra, dia ada optical image stabilization. Tapi dalam keadaan gelap, adakah dia punya electronic image stabilization juga berfungsi? Itu kami nak uji sekarang.
This is way more equipment than I brought for my shoot.
For your shoot?
For my photo shoot. My photo shoot, the equipment was just me. And that's it. So, you know, biasalah, mak dia come right. All the tools, all the gadgets come out already. That's why his name is Mane Gadget.
Okay, Rory. Boleh tekan record.
Boom.
Okay.
But Iz is in the shot.
Tak apa kan? One part of the subject.
Dude, this phone would be so good if we could do astrophotography. We need to ask Xiaomi for the phone back again. Itu Hans ke?
Hans lah.
I thought it was Letty. Oh no, that's in
Letty
London.
mana ada?
In London, betul.
Tokyo Drift mana ada Letty lagi?
Betul. I confused it.
Lepas tu boleh masuk meme. Hans.
Betul. After about 3 hours wandering through KL shooting with both phones, it was time to look at the results. And boy, did they surprise us.
Memang ada perbezaan yang ketara kualiti video antara Xiaomi 12S Ultra dengan iPhone 13 Pro. Sekilas pandang, anda akan dapati yang video daripada Xiaomi 12S Ultra lebih cerah berbanding iPhone. Dan ya, saya memang setuju. Video sebegini boleh terus dibawa naik ke medsos kegemaran anda. Namun, jika anda amati betul-betul, iPhone 13 Pro ada kelebihan. Pertama, lihat pada daun di atas papan tanda pizza mention. Ia lebih semula jadi berbanding yang dipamerkan oleh Xiaomi 12S Ultra. Daun daripada lensa Xiaomi warnanya pekat seperti dicalik cat air.
And you'll see this across the videos that were shot on the 12S Ultra. It just adopts a far more vivid color profile than the iPhone. Interestingly, when it comes to video, there is no toggle to switch between any Leica color profiles, unlike with photos. However, there is a HDR toggle which makes the image brighter but also amplifies color saturation even more.
Kemudian, walaupun kedua-duanya berada dalam keadaan cahaya yang sama, kemudian di atas tripod yang sama, anda boleh nampak yang Xiaomi 12S Ultra gagal untuk rekodkan papan tanda cahaya dengan betul. Ada flickering kat situ. Perkara itu sukar diperbetul walaupun sewaktu penyuntingan. Dan yang ketiga adalah di bahagian pinggir bingkai, terutamanya di nombor pendaftaran kenderaan. Xiaomi 12S Ultra seperti mengenakan sharpening yang agak intensif berbanding iPhone. Anda akan nampak noise yang agak ketara di situ.
What immediately caught my attention, however, was the difference in frame rate. Now, we shot both of these at 4K 30 frames per second, so there shouldn't be a difference in motion between the phones. Yet, when you look at the people in the center of the frame, the iPhone's footage is absolutely more smooth. What maybe happened here was that the 12S Ultra dropped its shutter speed below 180 degrees, which then makes motion way more dreamlike. And you can see that when the scene is brighter, the 12S Ultra's motion returns to being as natural looking as the iPhone 13 Pro. But the color still remains the biggest separating factor, and to my eyes, the iPhone has it beat here, especially when it comes to skin tone, even in this challenging lighting condition.
Kemudian, daripada segi exposure, iPhone dah menghampiri exposure Xiaomi 12S Ultra. Tak macam shot pizza mention tadi. Tapi untuk dynamic range, saya rasa iPhone masih mendahului. Tadi kita cerita pasal static shot. Sekarang kita cerita pasal video bergerak pula. iPhone, dia ada penstabil image jenis sensor shift. 12S Ultra pula adalah jenis optik. Kestabilan video antara dua telefon ini nampak hampir serupa. Tapi disebabkan 12S Ultra menghadapi isu yang sama sewaktu static shot pizza mention tadi, pergerakan jadi tak selancar sampel iPhone 13 Pro. Anda boleh perhatikan post-processing yang agak berat dilakukan oleh Xiaomi 12S Ultra, manakala tona warna pada iPhone 13 Pro kekal semula jadi. Kemudian bila kami pergi ke Shibuya Crossing versi Malaysia, hasil yang sama juga diperolehi. Jelas menunjukkan yang keadaan cahaya tidak mempengaruhi prestasi penstabil image. Tidaklah mengejutkan kerana mereka kedua-duanya adalah penstabil image mechanical dan bukannya elektronik. Xiaomi 12S Ultra ada 3 tahap kestabilan. Bila guna yang paling tinggi, resolusi rakaman dihadkan kepada 1080p sahaja. Di iPhone, ciri penstabil sentiasa terpasang dan tiada pilihan tahap kestabilan.
When you turn up the stabilization, it definitely gets more stable to big shakes. But the warping is still there and you lose out on a lot of resolution.
Konklusinya, walaupun Xiaomi 12S Ultra memiliki sensor yang nyata lebih besar berbanding iPhone 13 Pro, ia tidak bermakna prestasi video dalam keadaan malapnya nyata lebih baik. Malah, saya dapati yang ia gagal menyaingi iPhone.
The iPhone 13 Pro just produces a more natural looking image that is also easier to tweak in post because it isn't quite as intense with the colors or contrast. We suspect that the Xiaomi 12S Ultra just isn't really taking full advantage of the larger sensor for videos. So while it definitely takes better low-light photos, videos still fall short when matched up against one of Apple's best.
Tapi itu cumalah pendapat saya dan Rory. Saya ingin dengar pendapat anda. Sila turunkan pendapat anda dalam ruangan komen nanti. Baiklah, sampai di sini sajalah untuk video kali ini. Kalau anda sukakannya, jangan lupa untuk like dan subscribe kepada Soya Cincau BM. Selain di YouTube, kami juga ada di Facebook, Instagram, Twitter dan di TikTok. Baiklah, saya jumpa anda lagi dalam video saya yang seterusnya. Assalamualaikum.